Welcome back to Psychonauts 2. We're about to hit a cutscene, so let me lay some groundwork. We're headed to the Lady Luctopus casino due to a sudden change in mind. Most of us want to go to the casino to do this mission, which involves figuring out why Nick was there and who stole his brain. Agent Forsyth, however, is not going on this mission to find out anything about Nick. She doesn't care. She's going there because she found a way to make money. A way to make money at a casino. We'll see. This cutscene, the whole sequence, is set up specifically to establish that dichotomy, to make sure that you understand that Forsyth is not going along for the right reasons, and to make sure that you understand that Raz feels really uncomfortable and unhappy about what he's done. In particular, I want to contrast this scene to the earlier scene that took place in the jet, the one I hated. This scene moves much more naturally, it has a lot more objectives, there's a lot less round-robin straitjacketing. It just feels so much more natural, and the blocking is great too. So just, compare the two scenes and see whether or not you also feel that this one is vastly more moving.
Hey, Teach, what gives? I was in the middle of a sweet hookup there.
Guess what, kids? You all did so well on your lesson. How about we give your new power a test drive out in the field?
You mean we're going on the mission? For real?
Isn't that dangerous?
You know what they say, Sam. Nothing ventured, nothing brained.
I don't think that's what...
Let's roll.
Heck yes!
Cool.
All right.
Sweet.
Woo!
I'm so glad you changed your mind about the mission, Agent Forsyth. I was nervous about bringing the children, but if you feel that it's safe, then it must be.
It's crucial we find out what these delusionists are up to at the casino. With you handling tactical command, I'd say our probability of mission success has risen 35%.
I'll take those odds. Now, how long till we reach the Lady Luctopus?
We are almost there.
Agent Forsyth? How are you feeling?
Lucky.
Well, we're here. Using a false identity, we've secured a high roller suite to use as our base of operations.
Now, children, you are not to leave the suite. Like most casinos, the Lady Luctopus has a strict no psychics policy.
Weak.
Be happy for this chance to observe Agent Forsyth in action. Teacup, this is Shu.
Alright, so catch all of that? Let's go ahead and watch the unraveling scene here.
And Dustpan is approaching the front desk. Teacup, come in. Are you there? Hollis.
Oh, yes. Shoehorn, this is Teacup. I have you on visual.
Teacup, this is Dustpan. I'm approaching position 1. After you disabled the side detectors and inhibitors, on your go-ahead, I'll approach the reception desk and distract the clerks.
After they're distracted, I'll drop into the office and find the room number that belongs to this key. Just make sure to disable the main fan, because my position is close.
No need to explain, agents. You do your job, and I'll do mine. Let's keep radio silent so I can concentrate.
Understood.
Roger that, Teacup. Dustpan out.
So, that was more important than you might think, because that was the mission briefing. Usually in these kinds of games, or in any kinds of game, you'll get a mission briefing via some kind of dry pop-up. Evade the side detectors! Press B to turn off the fan. But here we get the mission objectives via an exciting scene where Agent Forsyth is barreling towards disaster as her agents try to cope with it. I really enjoy that way of, setting up the briefing. And I really enjoyed the cutscene that we saw before this. Now, this is the first time that we've been able to talk to the various characters, the various interns, in a neutral or friendly environment. They've always been aggressively
Devil's bathwater.
aggressively hateful towards us. And so this is the first time we've had a chance
Never handle it.
to get to know them as friends.
You sure you should be making drinks? Agent Forsyth is right over there.
Rasputin, we're just fooling around. Lighten up.
Actually, I did eat one of those pickled onions, and I think I got a little buzz off of it.
Yeah, those boys are pretty ripe.
I think I'd like a small tumble in the net, please.
What's that?
I think it's a circus drink. My parents would talk about having one at the end of our shows.
Yeah, it's a drink. Wow, this is quite a bathroom.
What are you doing in there, Sam?
When Agent Forsyth finally blows, this will be the only safe place.
So Sam was the only character that didn't pressure us into screwing up Agent Forsyth's brain and wasn't happy to go on the mission. She doesn't like this sort of thing. Gisu, on the other hand, was pressuring us and said, "Woo!" So I'm not sure why she's grumpy.
You mean except for our mission commander having a total breakdown?
It's not a breakdown. She's just strategizing.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So this casino suite is an expensive set of hero assets, and that means that this isn't the only time we see them. We're going to be seeing these assets show up a couple of times over the course of the game, and some of the things we can do here, like jumping on the bed, will become a lot more useful later on when we see this set again in another context. And that's pretty much how you're always going to try and prep this sort of set. If you've got some expensive assets, you want to make sure that you can use them as many times as possible. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling.
Wait, this is
Or the dice.
TV, right?
Rasputin, don't sneak up on me like that. Listen, do me a favor and run up to the jet, will you? I need my dowsing goggles. I left them on my seat, I think. You wanted to be on a mission. Now here's your first objective. Fetch my dowsing goggles.
Okay, but...
Hurry! Our window of opportunity is closing.
All right, I'll be right back.
See how the camera has no problems showing things from other people's perspective? This isn't a game which is locked in on Raz constantly, as if we're always from Raz's perspective. And that's really valuable because Raz is a kid. And we're not supposed to know only what a kid knows. We're supposed to understand that this is a kid in an interesting space. Now, she's given us a mission to get us out of her hair, and we're going to see it cut straight away to some cutscenes here, and that's just because they didn't want to create two different variants of the outside world.
Sorry.
I don't see any dowsing goggles anywhere. I mean, to be fair, I have no idea what they look like. I've actually never even heard of dowsing. Oh no. Agent Forsyth, where are you going? Oh no, Hollis, what did I do to you?
Rasputin, is that you?
Mia? Sasha? Agent Forsyth is missing, but don't worry. I'll find her.
Hurry, Rasputin. We're in big trouble here.
Yes, please find Agent Forsyth right away. I don't know how long I can hold on.
I'm on it.
His hair doesn't even blow in the wind. He must use a lot of gel.
You guys, we have to find Agent Forsyth.
Oh, is she gone?
It's a trick. She wants to see if we break into these bottles.
Clever. Not falling for it.
So when we come back out here, we're going to get a little discussion of the fact that
Detectors.
we have to do a stealth section.
Hide it.
I'm not a big fan of this kind of stealth section,
Weak psychic activity detected.
Weak.
but this one's not too bad. And the whole reason that we had that cutscene where we were schlepped up into this jet via a big psychic hand is because I didn't want to have to make a version of this exterior set where we would go into the jet like this manually, because they would have had to turn off the ability to go off to the left, which wouldn't have really been a very natural thing to do. So that's why there was a cutscene in there, if you were wondering. Alright,
Maybe I can catch up to her this way.
watch this. Ah! That wasn't what I wanted to show you. There's a bug here, which I have on camera, but it was a video that I'm not using, where if you jump here instead of... Oh, it just works, okay. Previously what happened is I got flung out about 40 feet and then teleported and sucked right back into the suite. It was pretty cool. We got some Prince of Persia style jumping. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. Sorry, I'm really screwing it up today, but that's fine. We got some Prince of Persia style jumping here, where we have to actually turn... I have never had this much trouble with this. Well, now you're seeing my my true skill. And the reason I call it Prince of Persia style is because we have to turn our bodies in the direction we want to jump, which is something I really haven't seen since the Prince of Persia series. We're going to see a cutscene here where we get to see a little bit of kinematics, a little bit of fun stuff. What I want to point out very carefully is the role that the bird plays near the end.
Wait until Truman sees all the money I'm going to make.
Hollis, wait!
With this bird.
Uh-oh.
So, that bird is what I would call an ass-pull softener. So, having Raz just suddenly walk over to some magically happening to be there telescopes would be awkward. It would feel forced. So, what do? You put a beat in to slow the telescopes down. So, instead of just walking over to the telescope, Raz looks at the telescope, looks at the bird, reacts to the bird, looks back to the telescope, and it dawns on him that he can use them. That kind of softening is a very basic way to turn an ass pull into something that's a little bit more believable.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jours. Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets.
Don't worry, Agent Forsyth. I can fix this.
This ass pull is a little bit less fixable. Since when could you do this, Raz? I can think of a lot of times this would have been useful.
Mesdames et messieurs,
That's
rien
fine.
ne va plus.
Now we're
Ladies and
inside her
gentlemen,
brain.
no more bets.
The brain we broke.
Huh. Well, it's different. But maybe it's not so bad.
This brain is going to take at least one episode, probably two. So we're going to stop here, and we will go into Agent Forsyth's brain next time. See you around.